Hey everybody, it's Vincent. I got a request for showing how to have the Giga Ware capture card work. It's actually a very simple capture card. It was originally designed to capture video from a VCR tape to your computer. So one thing you're going to need is the CD, and it has the drivers and the Showbiz 2 software on there. You're going to need the drivers and you're going to need Showbiz 2. Showbiz 2 I only recommend using as for the capture, not editing. It'll also have a number on there for you to register your converter, which you're going to need some kind of converter, otherwise video converter. Otherwise you might have problems after capturing it, because the file actually is pretty big after capture. The GigaWare itself, which has S-video and the AV video and audio, and you can't see it, but right here next to the S-video is a blue light. That one only turns on when it is being used. So the only time it actually any electricity or any time it's actually being turned on is when it's being used. Otherwise it's always off. That's going to cost you $40 right there. Next thing that you're going to need is 3 Y-splitter AV connectors. You have 2 connectors like this, and what you would do is, this actually depends on how you set up your TV is set up. Some TVs have an audio out, which if it has an audio out, then you just need these cables right here, which you would connect to the audio and video out, and then connect to the GigaWare. And these will run you about anywhere from $3 to $10, depending on the level of quality and how well they're made. Now, if you do not have an audio and video out, then you would need this, a Y-splitter. I believe the maximum they'll cost is about $3, I think. I'm not sure, considering I bought these a while back at Walmart, but I think they were like $1 something, I'm not sure. But you're going to need 3 of them, which is going to cost you anywhere from the ballpark of $5 to $10 for all 3, because again it depends on where you buy it. So altogether you're looking about 50, 60, somewhere around that range. But what you would do is that you take, and these are not depending on your audio and video, it's just the same thing. You just hook up any audio to this one or any video to this one. It does not matter, it's not picky at all. So what you would do is you would take one end, it doesn't matter which end, you take it and hook up your Xbox cables to that end, and then you take the other end, hook up your AV cables. Then whatever you have hooked here, like I'd have audio hooked to both these lines, I would then hook it up to my TV. Now the only bad thing about this is that it's a little bit dimmer, but not by much. But with that put there, you'd be able to capture video with no problem. That's really all what the setup is. It's a very simple process. So what you would have to do again is, say, take my video, and then take the video from an Xbox, hook it in here, and then hook up this to the video of a TV. Or hook it up to the audio on this end as well. Same audio color, by the way. Because video games, they don't play mono sound unless you set it up that way. Then hook up audio to your TV. They're not picky whatsoever. This is a very simple setup. I've had this set up for several years. Ever since I had my Dazzle, which crapped out on me eventually. And I'll see you in the next part of this video, which will be switching over to my computer, showing you how it works on the computer. Hey everybody, it's Vincent again. I just switched over to my PC. I have to use a different video recording than what I used to because the screen got small in my last video. But at any rate, somebody asked me, how exactly do you set up the GigaWare capture card? Now the GigaWare capture card is originally designed to take VHS videos, copy it onto your computer, and then put them into DVDs, but you can also use them to record gameplay. Now here's the things you have to make sure on your PC, which, just follow what I'm doing. Alright, this is all the information on your PC. If your PC has lower than 1 gig of RAM, do not try using the capture card it will be all blocky, it won't be able to record right. But if you have 1 to 6 gigs or 1 or higher of RAM, and you're not using anything else like watching a video on YouTube or something like that while you're recording, then you should have no problems whatsoever or record flawlessly like mine did. Now, in order for this to work, what you'll first need again is the software that you saw I had for the CD. What you would do is simply insert it into your disk tray. And it automatically pops up with this. Your computer may come up with saying, please click this to continue or something like that. But the first thing you're going to need is the drivers. If you're wondering what the drivers are, like I explained a few minutes before, drivers are what makes the Giga Ware work. When you install the drivers, which I've already done, as soon as you click on it, you just follow the on-screen instructions. Yes, 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 click this, install. And pretty much once the drivers are installed, it works. But unfortunately, for some reason, Windows Media Player will not work with this, even with the drivers installed. When you have the drivers installed, it'll ask you to restart. Go ahead and do that. Make sure you take the disk out when it starts restarting. Otherwise, it might try and start up your computer with the CD. Next thing you want to do, as soon as your computer has restarted, you do Showbiz 2. This one will not require a restart. You just go ahead and follow again the on-screen instructions. It's very simple. Just click continue, next, next, next. Afterwards, once we have everything installed, you can also access the menu, browse the CD. This is just see the raw content on the CD. Okay, and the media converter you don't really need because I have another converter where it's a lot better. In fact, I'll post a video of that one later on. But after you have everything installed, you just click exit, take out the CD, and Showbiz will be right here. Now, I have already opened up Showbiz because for some reason when I tried opening up Showbiz while having my video capture software on, it would not respond. So here's Showbiz, and I'm right now on Xbox Live, and I'll use my remote. As you can see, no problems there. It's following up flawlessly. Now, one thing you do have to make sure is, for one, that when you set this up, if you have a webcam where it says video device, it'll automatically try and go there. You don't want it to do that because it will go straight to your webcam. It'll automatically go straight to your webcam. So what you want to do after you've had it connected, and after you have your driver and Showbiz installed, you want to go to where it says video device, down click, and these are my two webcam options. You want to go to USB 2863 device. Now this number could be different depending on which model, or if you have a different one than I have. Generally it might be the same. I have no idea because I haven't seen anybody else with this, but I believe it would be the same as everybody else's, unless again you got a different model than mine. So you click on there. Now the video capture is set to that. Make sure your frame rate, or your frame size, I'm sorry, not frame rate. As soon as you click this, your frame size will automatically go to 320 by 24. You want it to go to 720 by 480. This will pretty much take up the entire screen like it normally would on your TV. And there you go. It does that little check right there. Automatically, you'll have this audio device. Make sure that's checked so that way you get your audio in. And make sure you also have it on WMD 2863 audio. Now it might not say WMD, it might say something else, but the number right here has to match up with the USB 2863 device. Okay? After you've made sure that that's all checked, then you're able to record. Make sure you have this on live. And a funny thing about the software is when you go to Mixer, I have mine muted, because what it will do is that when I'm playing a game, if I don't have it muted, the audio that will come through the TV also comes through here. So I mute it so that way I don't have to listen to it. Now whether you're recording or not, the audio will come through. Playback is what it basically does. You click playback and you get to see whatever you recorded. Now when you click record, it'll come up with this options here. Where you want to put it. Click open, select where you want to put it, create a new folder, whatever. Now this one you have no choice. Put it on MPEG or MIG file 1. You can't select any other file type. That's the reason why you want to get the converter. Again, when you get the converter, it'll come up with a little, I believe it'll come up with a little thing saying you need to enter in a password or something. I don't use that. I use something else which is called FreeMake Video Converter. Check it out. It's awesome. It's free. Great. Another one is right here. Set your capture duration. Pretty much you can set it on how long you want to cap it. I never really use it, but it's something to keep in mind. Add a new album. You can have it add a new album while you're capturing. I generally just leave that one alone. And then you click capture. It blinks twice and then it starts capturing. It goes straight to wherever you recorded it, which in this case would be right here. Now once when you've captured as much as you want, it tells you how much of a file you can use right here. Your disk space is your hard drive space, or wherever you put it, like a flash drive or an external hard drive. And this right here is saying how much it's capturing right now. And this one's just saying how much recording time you would have left on your hard drive. And just click stop. Flashes once or twice. And there you go. You can record again. As you see, the frame size went back down. So just set that back up next time you want to record. Flashes twice to adjust to it. And you can easily, as soon as I click on here, it says I have to switch from live to playback mode. And once when I switch here, none of the audio will come back from the device you're recording from. So you can do whatever you want on here. You basically just ignore this entire part unless you want to edit, which again, this thing is a piece of crap for editing. I'm sorry to say it, but when I edited it, it was terrible, pixelated, the audio and video were way off. I didn't know what to do with it. It could be just because I did it only one time, it pissed me off, so on and so forth. But yeah. And you can also go back to capture. Takes a few seconds considering it's got to switch from play mode back to live mode, and there you go again, it's back to live. And that's really about it, what I can tell you. All I really do is I capture my video. After I've captured it, I go ahead and close this, find my video, open up video converter, well, FreeMake Video Converter. It's 100% free, and I'll show you the link, and I'll have the link to that in the description. And all I would do is drag and drop it here, put it in my Apple converter, tell it where I want it, convert it, and then it's done. And it'll probably come around here. Then all I would do is go to Windows Live, Movie Maker, and then I would just edit the video here, convert it again to Apple so that way I can load it up to YouTube. I mean, really, that's all what I'm really doing. I'm basically capturing it, converting it to where Windows Movie Maker can read it. After I've captured and converted it, I'm going to go ahead and just edit it in here, make it nice and sweet so that way there's no lagging, dropping, or anything like that. Or let's say all of a sudden there was a connection problem and some people got kicked out, I can go ahead and just cut that out, everything like that. My video editing is very easy, anybody can really do it. And then after I've converted it, of course, I put it into a, well, it doesn't say, but mine goes into a Zune device 720, and I'm going to change that to 1080p soon. But afterwards, then I'd have to convert it again to Apple, and then send it off to YouTube. Really, all I'm doing is just very easy stuff. It's easy to follow. There's no big instructions onto it. Besides the stuff I told you a little bit before, that's all you're really going to need with the capture card and with the drivers. If you still have problems with this, send me a message. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, this is Vincent from Full Flame Productions. I hope you all like this video, and I'll see you all in another one of my videos.